We're back again on the Sports Zone. I am Mike Aglialoro, and we're back tonight because after months of speculation, mere minutes before the Mets-Braves started playing at 7:10 tonight in their return home after a highly successful road trip, the Mets have finally traded Ike Davis. Mets traded Ike Davis to the Pittsburgh Pirates in exchange for 25-year-old minor league relief pitcher Zach Thornton and a player to be named later. So what does this mean for the Mets? Well, after months of basically making it known that Ike had fallen out of favor, that they wanted to give Lucas Duda a shot at first base, and trying to trade Ike Davis in the worst possible way, while still maintaining that they didn't want to just trade him for the sake of trading and did want to get something of value back. The early looks make it seem like Sandy Alderson did exactly what he said he didn't want to do. Zach Thornton, like I said, 25-year-old career minor leaguer, through 5 seasons in 2 different organizations, does have decent numbers. Never started a game before, career relief pitcher. Through 252 career innings, he does have 285 strikeouts, 3.03 ERA, decent whip, decent numbers, 26 career saves, 20-9 win-loss record. Is this necessarily going to translate to major league success? I have no idea. And quite frankly, Sandy Alderson's success rate in trading for relief pitchers does make you worry about this one. When he traded Francisco Rodriguez away in his first year, he got 2 middling relief pitchers that were off the roster by opening day of the following season. We know what happened when he traded for Ramon Ramirez, coming off of 4 seasons being one of the best middle relievers in the game. He completely tanked when he was traded to the Mets for Angel Pagan with Andres Torres. So he has a terrible record when it comes to trading for relief pitchers, and as much as Kyle Farnsworth and Jose Valverde have amazingly been the saving grace for the bullpen so far this season, Vic Black, who the Mets got from Marlon Byrd last year with 20-year-old Dilson Herrera at the August waiver trade deadline, lost all his command in spring training, was demoted to AAA Las Vegas, and is now on the disabled list with an injury. And you got him from the Pirates. Mets have been trading with the Pirates a lot lately, and seeing as how they originally said they wanted the young top 10 prospect in the Pirates organization, Tyler Glasnow, and they settled for a middle reliever. Not gonna lie, folks, I'm a little worried about this. As for what this means at the first base situation, well, the Mets, they wanted to go with Lucas Duda, and damn it if they're not going with Lucas Duda. Josh Satin will play against the left-handed pitchers, but it looks like Lucas Duda will be given the full reign outside of that from here on in. And as much as he does have 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, 270 batting average coming into tonight's game so far this season, this is still a guy who in the offseason proclaimed to the media that he still gets nervous coming up with runners in scoring position. I said this after that interview, and I'll say it again. Is that really what you want at first base? The Mets like him because he has great on-base percentage numbers, at least great when you compare it to Ike Davis over the last couple seasons. But I still really wonder if this is a guy who can play first base adequately over the course of a season. Duda may have some decent power potential, but he does not have the star potential that we have seen Ike Davis be capable of. And of course, the worry here is that Ike Davis, now that he is a Pittsburgh Pirate and will be played in a platoon situation, playing basically every day against right-handed pitchers while Gabby Sanchez plays against the left-handed pitchers, you have to wonder if this trade's going to come back and bite the Mets square in the behind, like Jeff Kent did back in '96 and like Heath Bell did in 2007. That's the worry here. Now, with any luck, there's also Alex Escobar, who was traded for Robbie Alomar and subsequently blew out his knee, and you never heard from him again. There's Lastings Millage, who was traded for Ryan Church and Brian Schneider, and of course he is now out of baseball. And there is, of course, the other big-name prospect that the Mets have had over the last 10 years, Fernando Martinez. It wasn't even a big name trade. He's just out of baseball. He was in the biogenesis scandal last year, and we haven't heard from him since. So there's a lot of different ways this could play out. My early reaction is, like I said, I feel Sandy didn't get enough for him. You know, to me, this is a guy who's still capable of 30 home run power and more if he ever gets back on track. And now you have to worry about him going to another organization and turning it into an all-star possibly. You were a year ago, you were offered Starlin Marte from him for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who has now gone on and is now the starting right fielder for the Pirates. Turn that down. You turned down Zach Britton from the Baltimore Orioles, who had a very good rookie season 2 years ago. Injuries, ineffectiveness, and just the Orioles having so many of the same type of pitching option. He's been stuck at AAA for the last couple of years. Would have been a decent pitcher to get. You held out for guys like Eduardo Rodriguez, Tyler Glasnow, and Tyler Thornburg from the Orioles, Pirates, and Brewers, respectively, and now you got a reliever. Do the Mets need a reliever? Yeah, but is that really what you want to get for a guy who still has the upside of an Ike Davis? Check out all the other content on This Is Sports Zone. We got the 2014 NFL Draft Preview with Jake Dixon, looking at the outside linebackers, middle/inside linebackers, the safeties, the cornerbacks, defensive ends, and defensive tackles. You got Tom Lumbos look at the top 10 fights in the world of boxing for the rest of the year. You have more NFL, the look at the team's improvements and needs heading into the NFL draft. Dave Tyson, some MMA pieces are up there. And you also got works from George Murphy, his editorial, about why the state of California has been so dominant over the American League West for the last 15 years. Check us out on Facebook. Like us on Twitter at We Are Sports Zone. Send us any questions and comments you may have. Once again, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. I am Mike Aglialoro. Take care, guys.